So, Palworld. It's something that's definitely overtaken the week, other than Tekken 8 and the hype around Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Pokemon, Persona Reload. We'll talk about Persona later, but I want to mention a few things that Pokemon can learn from this game. And I know there's a controversy between the AI and plagiarism and all that. I'm not sure if this is credible or not, so I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna play it safe and just stay away from it for a while. It has grabbed my interest. I'm a huge Pokemon fan since the late 90s, where it came out. And of course, the game does seem like stuff that the Pokemon franchise should take in consideration to move forward. What exactly? That's what I'm going to talk about in this video, and hopefully you guys can put some input as well. I apologize for my English. I'm not well versed on speaking one-to-one that often. Like, I say a few random things to my relatives in English, and that's about it. But having a full-on conversation in English, I'll make some errors here and there, so thank you for your patience. Anyway, let's get down to things that Palworld, or things that Pokemon should learn from Palworld. One thing I really would love to see is the whole sim aspect of Palworld that we would like to see in Pokemon. Because I've seen a lot of those monsters in Palworld make your own garden, help create your own house and all that, set up camp, make food. That's one thing I would love to see in Pokemon. Scarlet and Violet, we got a little glimpse of that with a camping setup where you make sandwiches. But we know the quality is nowhere near. It would be very refreshing for the Pokemon franchise to not just focus on battling, but making your own place, you know? Kind of like how Pokemon Farm, to those who played it or bought it on the Wii, Pokemon Farm where you just had your Pokemon in a barn and pretty much take care of them in a grander scale, or in the improvement of Pokemon. It would just be more than just taking care of your Pokemon. It will be creating medicine for them, food, a house, become a caretaker, become like a pharmacist, breeder, and all that type of stuff. I guess this would go aligned to a second point, is just not be a Pokemon master. What if we can just not do that? What if we just want to be a Pokemon pharmacist, or Pokemon nurse or doctor, or Pokemon breeder, or Gen 3 thing they introduced contest? Why not just do that? I think in one game that would be too much, but this is the Pokemon company we're talking about. They have a lot of money. The Pokemon company would just have to give the creators enough time to do this. Not rush them because you want it to be aligned with the show, or card products, or merchandise. Just leave them be. Let them cook. And maybe it could come up as one game, or maybe several. That would be really fun. Kind of like how Pokemon Rangers, you weren't really a trainer, but you were just rescuing Pokemon and the environment, and possibly just using Pokemon from that area to help you temporarily. That would be really good. Another things that I would love to see in a future Pokemon game, or things that the Pokemon company or game makers would learn from Palworld, is the whole character customization. Like, we've seen so many times that we're just a kid. What if we're not just a kid? We wanted to be a trainer at 20s or 30s, and the whole build is different. Like it's a kid's game, but a lot of people who buy it aren't kids. So why not just introduce a little bit of the teens, a little bit of the grown-ups in there, put a build that would make anyone feel connected to the character you make. I don't know. That would be pretty cool. We've seen a lot of trailers who are youngsters, who are aces, who are bug nerds, who are psychics, and etc. What would happen if a Pokemon game would implement that in character customization? Free! Because, or maybe you can just get new wardrobe as you go along the story. That would be really, really nice. But again, making character customization have a lot of option to it, instead of just different type of eyes, different type of hair color, skin tone. That should be changed. What if a Pokemon game, what if the writing in Pokemon, it would go serious or dark like that? Because we have seen several team antagonists in Pokemon games that would take advantage of the Pokemon and use them for their own benefit. If you don't know the Pokemon information on some of them, it's really, really scary and dark. So what if that happened? Like, they had less fear of putting dark stuff in there. I don't know. It doesn't have to be to the main franchise, but if it did, woof, that'd be really, really cool. I think that's it. This is sporadic, mind you. I haven't seen much of Palworld's playthrough or story, but of what I've seen, the whole exploring aspect, the way you can catch Mons, kind of like Arceus, but if you don't have a Pokemon, you just have to figure out a way to deal with that. I think it's just really, really cool. And Arceus is improved upon, because once on PC and Xbox Game Pass, and it looks better. It just looks better. And it's no excuse that a multi-million-dollar company makes mediocre games like this. All for a rush product to be in time to other merchandise. I feel like that's not fair. I feel like the Pokemon company should give the gaming development, or the gaming team a break, because it does have potential. And other companies who see that potential, but the one who has the IP does not go with it because they're so comfortable with the amount of money they're getting, they're proving that Pokemon can go this far. That this is just someone who's not really into the community but still has some love for Pokemon left, would love to see. And I might have forgotten a few things here and there, but that's where you guys come in. Let me know in the comments what things that Palworld did that the Pokemon company or the Game Freak or whoever is making these games could do to bring life to the franchise again. Because Legends Arceus almost did it, but the quality of that, no. Oh, speaking of Arceus, I'm tired of the open world games. So, open zones, if it looks really good, I feel like it's 10 times better than an open world Pokemon game. But that's just me. That's my opinion. You can disagree. With that said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, evening, weekend, whenever you see this. And until the next sporadic talk about gaming discussions video, take care.